This video is sponsored by the Foggy Jude, Dublin's legendary pub, located beside the Central Bank and Temple Bar. Come in for great nights, pints and supporting metal. Shout out to our other sponsor, Helio Gas Detection. This is Richie from the Smash and Skull Sessions. I'm joined by the lads from Beyond Extinction. Guys, how are you doing?
Really good, thank you.
Good stuff.
Good.
We're live from the Siege of Limerick in Limerick at Dolan. So, welcome to the podcast. How are you doing? To the listeners who maybe haven't heard of you before, could you introduce yourself and your role in the band?
Oh, we're Beyond Extinction. I'm Niall. I'm the drummer.
I'm Jude. I'm one of the guitarists.
I'm Danny. I also play guitar.
My name is Jasper and I play my voice.
Good stuff. So, how would you describe your sound?
Disgusting. Brutal death metal with some sort of genty, black metal-y, hardcore influences all over the place, really. But just disgusting riffs, big grooves. Anything else, boys?
Sonic dread.
Yeah, powerful sense of dread. Real importance and emphasis on the powerful sense of dread in all the music that we do. I'd say if there's a core, it'd be dreadcore. That's what we're doing.
Dreadcore.
Yeah.
Word.
I like it. So, the band have been on tour in Ireland, playing Cork and Dublin. How were those shows?
Unbelievable, yeah. It's a privilege being able to come over here, especially after just putting out our first record. And yeah, the shows are absolutely amazing. We had a lot of fun. We explored, saw the sights, got to see the cities and the countryside. And yeah, it's just been a really, really good time so far.
Ireland's cool, man. We're lucky to be able to be here. I'm very happy.
Very cool. Very good show so far. Tonight's going to be a good one as well.
What's been your favourite city so far?
Cork.
Probably
Cork.
Cork.
Yeah, I think Cork. Yeah, big up Beamish.
Big up the Beamish.
We had the jazz festival was on, which I don't know. I imagine it's pretty big in Ireland because there was loads of people there. But it was really cool just kind of getting to a city and then like the minute you step out, there's loads of people around having a good time. Because I don't know, like we've all done like Tuesday night shows where kind of you get out and you're like, there's actually no one here. We did a show in Wrexham years ago. I remember we went out for food and we didn't see a single person for like half an hour from the venue to go into a restaurant and you just feel so depressed.
On a Friday night as well. No one about.
Exactly.
But it's really good here.
Yeah,
it's really good here.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, you played the Anti-Jazz Festival, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Shout out Evan, that name is so cool.
Shout out Evan. He's such a nice guy.
Yeah, top bloke. I've done like a few tours here and a few shows here and stuff, and I've met Evan through doing those things, and what he does with Dead Cold Worn Out is awesome. So it's good as well. Everyone knows him, and everyone knows everyone. Like you walk around here and you go to any city and any show, and people know each other, and it's like it feels very community based, which is good. You don't always get out there everywhere, so it's nice.
That's one of my favourite things about the Irish scene as well, how everyone knows everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone's excited about the same things. Like even today I was asking people, who are you really excited to see? Some people says Trench Knife, others, and a lot of people says Beyond Extinction. So
Oh, nice.
Awesome, that's great. That's really good to hear.
I've been gathering the data for you guys.
Nice.
Hey, that's
get one
nice.
for us.
Yeah.
Some spreadsheets would be good, please.
I think as well, like, you know, even from playing in Cork and Dublin, like, a lot of people are going to other people like, oh, you going to Siege? And they're like, yeah, I'm going, blah, 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 blah. So you can tell that, like, the community in all the different cities are all just heading this way.
Yeah, they
which
jump
is
around to it, don't they?
really, really sick. Yeah.
Everyone's so nice in Ireland.
Yeah, it's great.
So this is a lesson for England, I think. Just people need to just be nicer and just more friendly.
Is it similar to Essex in a way for the music scene? Or
Not really. I mean, Essex is kind of like middle-aged blokes playing like the blues more than
I feel like the Essex scene is a little bit half asleep, you know. They'll wake up when they want to, when it's like a really big artist coming through or whatever, but I think when it comes to localish bands or kind of smaller artists and stuff like that,
I think people just go into London.
yeah, they're just going to London really, don't they? But
I think Essex is a great place. That it was great for us learning how to play there and developing as a band there. But it's amazing for us to be able to come to places like Ireland and play these scenes as well, because it is different.
Big difference. I think if I could speak about the Essex bit a bit more as well, I feel like it's mad because Essex is the second most populous county in the country. So there's like, I think nearly 2 million people, maybe more than 2 million people live in Essex. And there's very little going on in terms of like big culture things. There's only one professional football team in the county in terms of like football league stuff, and in terms of like live music and stuff, like Danny says, like there's a lot of times when it gets completely skipped off the map with things. So yeah, it's awesome to be able to play there and have amazing fan base from where we're from and love it, and then also come completely new places and do great stuff like this.
So would you have many of the big international bands come through?
Sometimes, but it's a bit more rare. So example, like I've seen shows with Decapitated and Essex. I've seen some really big bands come through. I remember seeing Loathe play with Niall. We went to see Loathe, and actually it was Sport in Bury tomorrow, and I didn't want to go watch Loathe. I was like, let's go later, and he was like, nah, I want to see him. Maybe like 20 people there probably while they were playing.
Oh man, it was mental.
And they play to like 5,000 people a night now. So there is really good stuff there, but I feel like you have to dig more than you do in other places.
Funnily enough, I actually saw Sleep Token playing Colchester to about 30 people, and this was in 2020.
Yeah,
That's the
there you
biggest
go.
flex I've ever heard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and 5 years later, and they're selling out tours in 5 minutes.
I guess that defines it,
abroad.
doesn't it? Because it's like sometimes you got gems and sometimes you got amazing shows.
Yeah.
And other times it's kind of like nothing. I guess it's like anywhere really, it fluctuates, but we love it. Like it's where we're from,
it's
and
cool.
we've got a really good like ground in there. Do you know what I mean?
Well, when you're
definitely.
selling out, downloading all that, I can be.
Exactly,
I sat
yeah.
in there.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You guys released your debut album, Where They Gather, the 26th of September. How was the recording process for it?
It was pretty good. Obviously, we went in and recorded drums for a lot of the stuff first. Do you want to talk about the process?
Oh yeah, I mean the main thing is we just had like a great team on it. Mikey Koo was Q.
Queuing up at Tesco.
He knows what he's doing, and he sorted out the drums real nice. It was easy to work with him. He had a great creative input. Like obviously we came in with everything written, but during the recording process he might be, oh man, maybe this, maybe that, and that's important. It lets it shape in a natural way, and I'm really happy with how it came out.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, me and Danny recorded guitars ourselves at home, and we did a lot of the production stuff ourselves. So it was kind of like longer than you would typically be doing like studio stuff for, unless you're like a huge band that can just afford to just spend like months in the studio.
Yeah.
But I feel like it was kind of a labour of love, and I mean, it took a long time, but I'm very happy with the results.
Yeah, I think as well, like different to the usual structure of writing and recording than that. We did things in like batches, so we would do like 4 songs at a time or like 3 songs at a time, and then have a couple of months of writing more stuff, selecting what we're going to choose next for the record, and then recording the finals for that. So yeah, a little bit different to the traditional write a bunch of songs, go into the studio, spend a couple of weeks in there. But to be honest, it's allowed us to almost like spend a bit more time on refining the details.
I feel like with the first album, like Jude said it to me probably like a year or so ago, and it resonated. It was like, you only do a first album once, and it's very self-explanatory, but it's so true. And it's like, actually, you could regret for 20 years not spending more time on something, but you can only regret for the time you spend doing it, how long something takes. So it took us probably more time than we wanted it to, but it took as much time as it did. And the product is good, and the product's here now, and that's the main thing. I think that really the process was part of what made it what it was. So I think we all have really positive memories of the whole kind of period of doing it, even if there was a lot of me nagging everyone and everyone else getting stressed out by it. But that's usually the way it is. It was how we created like a good bit of art that we're proud of, and you're not going to enjoy every step of it, you're not going to feel like every step of it is perfect, but what you're definitely going to do is work and graft, and that's what everyone did. It was like a real, like Niall says, big team of people, us 4 and everyone around it, did a lot of hard work. So very proud of the whole process.
Also,
I think
shout out to Andy Malaby.
Yeah, Andy Malaby from Ozai, who produced it. He's done a load of really cool stuff, does a load of their stuff, and he put a lot of his personal time and effort into it, and I think that really shows through. So we're really like grateful for that too.
Like honestly, the time you spent on it, it absolutely slaps. Like I heard it, I
Thank
was
you.
like, oh my god, I have an album of the year now.
Thank you.
Oh,
man.
thank
That's
you.
amazing.
That's really sweet. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Of course, no worries. Do you have a favourite memory from the recording? You can both give an answer.
Oh, I'll tell you what, go on.
Oh no, you go first, man. Please.
Let him think. Yeah, you can have a think.
I want to say my favourite memory from the whole recording process was probably when we did the last bit of guitars for, I can't even remember what song was last, it was probably The Mines, and I just kind of put the guitar down and I was like, that's the album. And it was kind of like, I don't know, just
It's like a feeling of euphoria. Isn't
yeah,
it?
2 years of work, or like 3 years more, like just like finishing. It was like wow, and then I think not necessarily the like recording part of it, but just the whole part of it, just like
the process is like done.
yeah,
And
getting the first like proper master back and hearing it, and just being like wow, I just can't even put it into words. Just that I'm out of work, and then just hearing the final products, it was just like wow, like we did it. We got through it. So yeah. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next. I think for me, my favourite moment is writing Winter Sun, because I've only been in the band really officially for just gone over a year now.
Like
so
a year and a week, innit?
Yeah, more or less. Thank you. And before me joining the band was sort of like in fruition, I just wrote a Beyond Extinction styled song with, a bit of my lemon zest on it, so to speak. And I was like, what do you guys think? I wrote something, for you guys, like, what do you think? And then, I don't know, just your guys' like reaction to that.
It was exactly what we were looking for.
Was like, it was like a feeling of like an achievement, like, yeah, I've written something sick here and the boys love it. So I think that's more solidified the feeling of, well, I can write music that fits in with the project, and it helped solidify my easy decision to join a band anyway. So yeah, just my first general contribution to the record was definitely my favourite moment.
Mate, I love you saying that, right? Because my favourite memory of the process was basically my exact version of that, which is we were in the studio recording the vocals to Traitors to the Ropes, and there was a bridge bit or a verse bit where I hadn't written any lyrics for it. And I was like, I don't really know what I'm going to do for this. And Niall and Jude and Mikey were in the studio a bit. And Mikey was like, look, man, we'll just press record and you just give it a go and do some guides for it. And the first one I did, I made up all these lyrics that I just written kind of vaguely on my phone while I was having this conversation with him. And then, like, when I'm doing the recording, I can't hear what they're doing in the studio. But then I finish doing it, he hits the button and I can hear their intercom. And they were all like, yeah, the minute it like stopped. And I was like, oh, fuck. Because it was like, you're in there doing it over and over again, doing the same take 10 times, 11 times, 12 times. And it's not getting any better and your voice is hurting more. And you're like, mate, there's so much of it, which is like frustration. So having a moment of them being like, yeah, that's exactly what we want. And I was like, oh, fucking sick. I've still got it in me a little bit. Do you know what I mean? It was like similar sort of feeling. Do you know what I mean?
I have that with tracking, to be fair, like tracking guitars or whatever. You'd be going over like the same part like for what may feel like an hour or two, and you're just like trying to get nailed, and then you get the one, you're like, that's it, that's the one. Even if it's like a pick scrape. Remember when we were doing some demoing at mine, and we were like just doing like pick scrapes and stuff and doing the right one, you're like, oh yeah, I like that one. I was like, sweet.
I'm going to take it back a little bit. In the beginning, so we've been working on this for a long time, and some of the early days, I'd like get a bus out to Jude's, sit there with like a whole box of instant coffee and slowly work my way through the whole thing. Spend a whole day just like writing MIDI drums and like just tracking guitar with Jude. There were some banging riffs and stuff that came like, which like at the time when you first like land on a good riff or like a good beat or whatever, you get this feeling from it that you don't get again after listening to it like 900 times in a row over the next couple months. And it's like you go through like that, and then 2 or 3 years down the line, like we've been cooking this for a while, you then come out of the studio and it's like you listen to the take for the first time over with all the even like just raw edits, like no mixing, no nothing, and it's like, oh man, you get that feeling again from like when you first did it.
Yeah, I feel like there's no better feeling than writing a song that you're excited about, like listening to out of enjoyment. Like I feel like a good song for me is when you've written something, you listen to it and you're like, yeah, this is fucking awesome. Or if you're like, am I allowed to swear?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I hope so.
Cool, yeah. Or like, if you write like a breakdown and you start laughing because it's like just funny good. Like, I don't know.
A lot of good moments.
Yeah. And then you listen to it again after a while, like you said, and that excitement comes back and you're just like, I forgot how sick this is. Like,
Yeah, I would say the next one is like the first one is when you first write it, then it's when it's been recorded, and then it's when you play it live. Oh man.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get that today, yeah.
First time. Sorry, we've literally like segued this question so hard, right? But this tour is like the first time we're playing a load of these songs live, and it's really cool to do it because it's songs that not only have we not played them live before, but we have heard them in our ears so many times for like a year, literally, yeah. So like to be able to actually do it is like getting that final payoff basically, yeah.
And also just the rewarding feeling of seeing it, everyone's excitement when they've heard it for the first time.
Yeah.
Especially people that may not have checked us out before because they're not really, they don't really know what they're in for in a sense of what our genre is or what our music sounds like.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Right in the mic for that one.
So yeah, even just like, breakdown comes in for, a song and you just see people's faces when they're like,
yeah. That's what it's all about.
Whatever, or the pits going, you're like, this is exactly what we wanted people to do during a song. Or,
I saw your logo, saw you were announced. Need to see them.
Nice, sick.
That's
Yeah,
what I
awesome.
exactly.
Yeah, amazing.
You can all give an answer for this one as well.
Cool.
If you could collaborate with any musician, dead or alive, who would it be? And it doesn't have to be for Beyond Extinction.
Oh, mate.
It's all the tough ones.
I feel like from a band point of view, like we collabed with Alex Taylor from Black Tongue on the album, and that was like from a writing point of view and kind of what we're influenced by, that was sort of like the top tier of kind of our influence. So that was amazing. And as a vocalist for me, that's like the one. I think just like musically though, like I always feel like, I said this the other day actually when we were listening to them, but I feel like the Gorillaz, or just Gorillaz, are like really, really good, right? And I think that they could do something with our music to make it cool, like some sort of like weird synthy redo of one of the slow songs. Do you know what I mean? It's something more ambient, something like that. I don't know. I just feel like it would be one of those kind of ones that were formative for me when I was younger. So maybe a little Gorillaz remix of "Trace to the Ropes" or something would be good.
Clint Eastwood edition. Or
Yeah. Clint Eastwood, but all the way the east of Essex, mate.
Yeah. See, like, there's lots of heroes. There is a lot of artists that I'd want to work with, but I'd love to like fuse Beyond Extinction with like an electronic genre, like see a remix of one of our songs, like like maybe like a drum and bass like remix. Like there's this guy, he's a Australian guy, what's his name, and he does like loads of covers or lots of remixes or collaborations with like other Australian metal artists or like metalcore artists and deathcore artists and stuff. So I'd love to see like what he could do with us. That'd be really exciting. I'll put up the name for the people on the pod because honestly, it's so cool. Sorry,
I would while he's doing that, I would probably say someone classical like Stevie Wonder. I feel like collaborating with someone like Stevie Wonder, I feel like you could just, I don't know, you could just pick up a bass and just groove and he'd just come up with something and it'd just be like, this is just...
Be a 6-hour jam session.
Oh, yeah, honestly.
And because he's blind, we wouldn't have to dress up nicely, so you could just go in your pyjamas, so it's even easier. There's like multiple reasons it's beneficial.
The artist is Phase 1. It's really cool stuff. He's done,
he did North Lane remix.
He did Crash and Burn with North Lane.
Sick,
he's done one with Spirit Box. I'm pretty sure he's done one with Parkway. I could be completely wrong.
Nice, that's sick, mate.
But yeah, people on the pod, check it out. Not sponsored by Phase 1.
I'm gonna go with Omar Suleiman, hailing from Syria. It's electronic, it's dub gear, which is like dance music. He's done collabs with some people before. He did one with some fella from the north, like what do you call it? Like the Norway, Sweden, them countries.
Scandinavia.
The Scandinavian countries. Man, yeah, that's just a bit of me. I would love to see that happen. Something you can dance to, groove to, and then have a little wiggle of your head.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that. That sounds banging.
You should check him out, Omar Suleiman.
Omar Suleiman, yeah. Big up.
Savage. And how did you come up with the album title and artwork?
Oh, nice. There's an answer I can give you. I came up with the album title. Basically, the concept of the album is like the last city on Earth, and there's a lot to go into about it, and a lot of it's kind of, I don't know, I call it a concept album, it's kind of loosely conceptual. But I wrote so much of it about my experiences being around London and kind of like the intensity of being around a city and stuff. And like I felt very alienated by it. So the term like they, I liked the idea of having something to do with the title about referring to like a non-identified group of people in some sort of way, or like separating the viewer or the listener or whatever from the kind of subject of it. And it was really simple, and I messaged it into the chat because I don't know if I'd thought about calling the song Where They Gather or the album first or whatever, but I remember messaging it and Jude just being like, yeah, we'll just like sit with it and see how it feels. And we sat with it, and we just didn't talk about it for literally like 6 months, and then it got to it and we were like, yeah, it works. And I think that kind of it does, because it's quite ominous. I think it doesn't really leave loads down to like definition. And it kind of describes it well. It's like it's an album about a place where something that you can't really describe in any way other than the feeling of the music kind of lives. And the artwork was great. Our mate Max Marshall did that, and he's done loads of stuff for us, like from logos and merch and artwork before, from when we were like super young. He's from Essex as well. He's from Southend, so like he collabed and did a great job. He was passionate about it. He put time in. He was quick. He had great ideas, and also he was so spot on with the briefs with stuff. Like he just had the right idea with things, and
he proper understood the assignment.
Really did, yeah. So the artwork kind of flowed in from that, and we always knew we wanted it to be kind of like one long piece. That then the center part was the album art, and Jude did a lot of work on the kind of physicals for the CD and vinyl to make that happen, and yeah, we like came out perfectly. He's just got this really horrible kind of evil feeling to it, like with the title and the art both together. So yeah, I think it pieces itself together in a very nondescript, eerie kind of way.
It's funny that you say it's about London and stuff. I went to London for the first time in September.
Right,
I went
nice.
to go see Turnover at Roundhouse in
Okay,
Camden.
nice, yeah.
And the next day, me and my partner, we went exploring London.
Mm-hmm.
It's so big.
It's enormous. Yeah.
It's huge.
It's a brutal city to be in. I think like so much of what the concept album came out from was like, I don't know how insignificant you can be made to feel by a place, and like how the environment affects who you are, and the amount of people that I know that they get changed by a place that they live, and especially going to London, is people that they kind of there's an obsession about living there. There's a kind of real desire to be there, but you go there and it saps so much from you. Yeah, it's brutal. I mean, Jude can speak to it. He actually lives in the city. So.
Yeah, I live in London. I don't live too far in, but yeah, it is kind of.
It's almost like zombifying, isn't it?
Yeah, you kind of get absorbed into it, and like I suppose you don't really realise until you come out to other places like how big it is, but like it takes so long to get anywhere.
Busy, it's massive, it's cold.
There's just loads of people, and we just don't like people.
It's so busy. There's so many people. Everyone's in their own little bubble as well. You're so disconnected, even though everyone's right there.
Yeah.
I was on the underground, and this woman was like, "You have to stay on the left."
Oh yeah. Well, exactly. Like going somewhere like the Tube, especially when it's busy, you do feel like an ant in like a colony somewhere, and it's
that's the worst.
Yeah, it's just like quite claustrophobic, isn't it? Even going down the street sometimes, you're like dodging people, people with no sense of direction on their phones, heads down, like.
That's why we love Ireland so much, because it's just open. It's just there's cows, and there's there's greenery, and
minimal light pollution.
Yeah, man. We were looking at the stars the other night. It was nice. We went into Tesco the first day just to get like shopping, and everyone in every aisle that like walked past each other were like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" Like just like talking. I was like, "That's crazy." If someone looks at me in the shop, I'm like, "What the fuck do you want?" Like something dodgy is going. Like either you're trying to steal from me or something. And maybe that's more of a reflection on me and what my environment has done to me, and that now I'm looking around being like assuming the worst of everyone, but. Yeah, going back to the album, I guess then that's kind of what it's about in a weird way. Is so much of it is down to like how an environment can just encompass something and turn it into this like self-feeding cycle of negativity. But yeah, I do think the art and kind of the lyrics, visuals, everything came together like really well, and represented it really well.
Yeah.
Nice one. It really did. I really dig the album.
Thank you.
More than welcome. And you can all give an answer for this one as well. Do you have any favourite album releases of 2025 so far, or any that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, man. Acacia Strain just released. We had a quick listen through because it was literally like on the van ride up, and it slapped. It's exactly what you expect from an Acacia Strain album. I want to listen to it like 4 or 5 more times, and then I'll. That's it, man.
Yeah. I've got one. Bodies by Thornhill.
Same.
Yeah, honestly, like front to back bangers, songwriting's excellent. Just the initial like vibe. I'm big on like aesthetic kind of fitting in with the music. So like they have that sort of like noughties, sort of grunge kind of aesthetic,
Horny for thorny.
Yeah, it's just super sick, super well done. The music videos, visuals, even like when they're on tour and stuff, the sort of like content that surrounds that is just like really, really, really cool.
Their
so.
cover for Paparazzi bangs as well.
Oh yeah, it's phenomenal. Yeah, really, really good. I knew that like when I saw it, it was sort of like the Audio Tree equivalent, like the Triple J Australian thing. Yeah. When I saw that pop up, I was like, this is gonna be good. And then I listened to it and watched the video, and yeah, it was wicked up. Big up Thorny.
I disregarded Lady Gaga's version immediately.
Yeah, man. I think
I love Gaga.
the Thornhill shout probably would have been what I would have said before these guys did. I love it. Came out a really good time in my life, so I've got a good association with it as well. I think the singles are really good, and like you say, visually and stuff, like they've done really well identity-wise.
Yeah.
My favourite is probably Hymns in Dissonance, the new Whitechapel album, because I think that they went softer and more melodic and more experimental, still got bigger, and then went back to going really heavy, but not in kind of like a heavy for the sake of it TikTok reason. Like a really heavy, well-written, nasty album. Like it's got anger and hate, and you know, if you listen to like The Saw is the Law and kind of like This Is Exile and stuff like that from previous, you know, Whitechapel stuff, there's a like proper like kind of venom in it, and it feels like they've really got that back with the album. Like there's a lot of nastiness in it, and I think from a band like us where we try and write music that makes you feel that kind of horrible feeling, it really did a good job at that. So I was really stoked at that coming out, and also how well it did commercially. It really was successful. So it's good to see other people like the really heavy stuff as well.
That trilogy of albums, though, The Valley, Kin.
Yeah, they did a really good job.
Notes.
Hymns in Dissonance, yeah, exactly, yeah. No, it's great. They did, and I love The Valley. I was less big on Kim because it was softer, and I was like, you know, I'm still just big on heavy stuff, but. The Valley was amazing, and also just like from a point of view of kind of what it did for deathcore as well. Like I just feel like it was so consumable, but it didn't lack any of the really heavy elements. So yeah, shout out Whitechapel, I guess. Yeah.
Shout out Whitechapel, yeah. And we're on to our last question. Do you have any advice for anyone wanting to start a band in 2025?
I think we'll all have an answer.
Yeah, mate. There's so much to say. Yeah, go on, man.
I would say do it, but do it for the right reasons. Do it out of the passion, out of the love for doing it. If some people have the mindset of, oh yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to make lots of money from it and be successful. If you're doing that, just stop, like quit, like, because there's no money in music really unless you're like a global superstar. But honestly, just like get in a room with a bunch of your mates, play some music, write music that you want to listen to as well. Don't feel like you need to write a certain way, just express yourself through that. Writing what you want to write. You know, if you love Deftones and you love, you know, this band and you want to fuse them together, like go for it. You know, it's okay to draw inspiration, just have fun with it, and just keep playing shows. You know, don't get disheartened by anything. Take every opportunity you get as well. That's one thing I definitely recommend. So yeah, honestly, it's the best thing we've all ever done, and we all started from, you know, the ground and had to build our way up. Some of us, you know, a couple of times and stuff, so it's okay. Like, you know, you're gonna have a few projects and bits and bobs, but yeah, just have fun with it, more importantly.
I would say that an important thing is to take yourself as seriously and treat yourself as well as you want other people to with your music. Don't put yourself into a position where you're not going to do anything for, like Danny said, your own right reasons, your own motivation. And like, you know, everything you do it with pride in what you're doing. You know, like enjoy it and love it, and make sure that when you put it out, you think, yeah, I'm happy with this, and it's done a good thing for me. Because if you do that, you will find success in it. It's that when you start, you know, trying to pinpoint, I want to do this, I want to play this, I want to do whatever. Often I think it kind of like evaporates into your future, and it never happens. It disheartens you, slows you down. Mainly just take yourself seriously and love what you do, and that will take you where it needs to take you, wherever that is going to be.
Oh yeah, man. So I don't know, man. There's going to be good times. There's going to be bad times, and if you're in it for the right reasons, just remember why you're doing it and keep at it, because the bad times will come. But then every now and then, like for us, the good times is always playing on stage, like playing live. And when it's been a long time in between, it's like, it could be a bit like soul deadening. It's a nice word. Yeah. It could be crushing. Yeah, but then once you get back to it, it's like, oh yeah, this is why we do it, and this is it. Yeah. That's it, man.
It's important to not take it for granted as well, isn't it, really? Because like, you think of how accessible it is to write and record nowadays to how it was years ago, and you know, put things on Spotify and things like that, like it almost gives you more reason to just like appreciate whatever opportunities you get. Because there's some people that are still one-man band stuck in their bedroom, like, you know, struggling to break through or get a booking or whatever. So yeah, gratitude, you know, appreciating where you come from, how you got there, who's helped you, who's given you the platform and stuff. So Jude,
yeah, I'd just say do it for the love of music, because there'll be a lot of times where you won't have any other reason to want to do it, and unless if you're in a room playing to 2 people, you're tired, you don't have any money, if you don't love music, you're never going to do that again. But you have to do those times to get to the times that we're at now. I mean, we started playing literally to like a handful of
your first show was, I mean,
go on.
I'll speak on Jude's behalf, right? Because what I'll say first of all is that he came to us when we were kids and he was like, I've got a guitar, I'll play guitar. He'd done a photo shoot with his guitar. How old are you when you done that?
Oh, like 17.
17, which obviously retrospectively, that's going to be like, there'll be photos of that coming up at like my wedding I'm going to put on displays, mate, because that's so funny just to look at.
After this interview, he's going to go on Instagram and he's going to archive it.
Yeah. But those photos were like, we were like, this guy's the real deal. And like, I remember on stage at the gig, he was like, man, I'm going to do like a jump during this song and all these sort of things. And it's like, when we did that show, there's a photo of us all like kind of stood together afterwards. In my head, I was like, we're the fucking dog's bollocks, mate. Like, we are just so, it's like, we've got this guy jumping around on stage or whatever. And there's a video of it back and I've seen it and I like physically cringe thinking about it. Like the kind of view of us all just awkwardly stood there, Jude like hopping, and there's like 3 people in the crowd, like, and you look at it and you go, you know what, like, I think, how the fuck was I enjoying that? But the reason I was enjoying it is because we just love the music. Do you know what I mean?
And that's the thing, like, I think the music is kind of, you know, it's how you got there, but like what keeps you there is the maybe the real music is the friends you made along the way kind of thing. You know, it's all the people that surround you and all the memories that we have. I mean, we have so many funny memories, and you know, not one of us has made a single penny ever individually off this band. It's all gone back into whatever we've got to pay for. But you know, everything could end tomorrow. I mean, I hope it doesn't. Everything could end tomorrow, and it would still be like, that was the best time of my life. Because, you know, so if you're thinking of starting a band, or you know, you've got a couple mates and you're playing in like a shed or something, like, just keep doing it, because like the only thing that separates, you know, bands that fizzle out and then bands who become huge is just the graft and just working at it. Because every band that's ever been successful has started out with like their mum buying them a cheap guitar or you know, stuff like that. Literally. So just it's the last man standing. So just find some guys, get good friends, write cool music, just focus on having a good time. Got one life, you got to live it, bro.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree with that, and goes back to taking every opportunity, isn't it? Like, and also just soaking in every moment that you have with your best mates. Like, you know, I've seen more of the UK and now Ireland with these guys, my best mates, than I did, you know, beforehand. Do you know what I mean? Like, being in a band and, you know, being able to have a platform to express yourself and connect with people over music also has given us the opportunity to explore beautiful places and things like that. So it's just super
and explore
sick.
The beautiful men that are along the journey.
Yeah.
We've been beyond Extinction. We love to chat. We love to talk forever. So
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for your time.
Oh, thank
you.
Letting me in your van.
Yeah, no, you're very welcome.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Cheers.
And Where They Gather is out now.
It is indeed.
have a listen. Thank you.
Thank you very much.